What's going on, guys? UFC 290, Alexander Volkanovski versus Yair Rodriquez. Let's talk about it. I was fortunate enough to get the call to follow Volk around for fight week, doing photo and video. I've worked with Volkanovski before, back when he fought Ortega. So I think that was UFC 268, if I remember correctly. But yeah, fortunate enough to get the call again to follow Volk and the boys around for fight week, training, media obligations, things for UFC embedded, the whole nine. It's always awesome working with Volk and the boys. Great group to be around. Very, very solid group to be around. I'm going to show you guys some behind the scenes videos, photos. I'll throw some photos up as I talk, go through the fight week and the things, and some film. We'll sprinkle some film in there, as well as some Polaroids. Maybe I'll put Polaroids in here. I don't know. Yeah, for this, Volk brought me in to do photo and video. Photo for social and future usage, and video for his YouTube and sponsors. Shout out to Jeff Sandler for helping out on the editing side of things in real time. So Jeff got in midway through the week, and I was dumping video footage and he was editing. That way we could get up a few episodes on his YouTube for the week. So that was a super big helping hand for Jeff to come in and help sort footage and edit footage while I'm still out there shooting, working on photo deliverables. The fight week schedule is pretty wild. It's a lot going on in general, but let alone, a champion and somebody, of Volk's caliber defending his belt again, the 145 featherweight belt. Yeah, the schedule was pretty crazy. Training every single day at around the same time. Monday, we had some obligations with UFC. We went to the Welcome to Las Vegas sign, which was pretty cool because there was quite a few other fighters there. They were doing like a Aussie, New Zealand meetup or whatever. So you had Rob Whitaker there. You had Dan, the Hangman Hooker there. A couple other guys I'm not too familiar with that were there as well. Just went there and did a little photo op with the fighters in front of the sign. It was actually Volk's first time ever even seeing the sign. So that was kind of funny for him to be there for, only a handful of minutes. Tuesday was the poster signing, getting their fight kits, so their duffel bags, their coaches' duffel bags. Wednesday is a big media day, so that's where the fighters talk to the different media outlets and journalism outlets, the UFC commentators like Megan O'Leary, Daniel Cormier, and John Anik. So it's just a huge day of, the fighters repeating themselves over and over, basically. Still cool to see behind the scenes. Thursday is the press conference with, the whole main card. Thursday night, Friday morning is the weight cut. And then Friday they weigh in. And then Friday afternoon is the ceremonial weigh-in, which is where they face off, talk a little smack if that's their thing. Let's talk about coffee. Today's roast, this week's roast, whatever you want to call it, called Dark Moon. This is the Kenya blend, which is a really good blend. I've had it before. My favorite so far from theirs is the Panama. I tend to get that every time, but this week we got some Kenya blend on deck. Yeah, shout out Dark Moon. They are a local coffee shop here in town. More specifically Henderson. But yeah, check them out if you're in the area. The team around Volk is crazy. You have his head coach, Joe Lopez, Frank Hickman, wrestling coach, Greg Jones, BJJ, which all of these guys around him have been in his camp for years now. It's been part of his team. So it's always cool to be around that team. The camaraderie and the brotherhood around that team is truly amazing to see. Everyone really supporting each other. Dan Hooker was also on that card fighting. So it was also cool to see Volk watch his teammate fight from the locker room and cheer him on. Volk also brought in Carl Van Roon, 11-time kickboxing champion. So yeah, his team was insane, to say the least. Volk and the boys were staying at Encore Hotel. It was pretty cool because a lot of fans, every time we were either going to the car or coming from the car, would stop and grab a photo. It's always cool to see someone like Volk get that recognition and have people stop or see him out and then stop him, ask him for a photo. Volk was pretty beat up during this fight week, so we had to keep the shoulder injury under wraps in the footage, as well as he got a cut a couple days out. Just scar tissue opened it up, so we had to be mindful of that and careful of that. He was pretty banged up going into this fight. Obviously, the result. He got it done, got the job done with a very, very dangerous opponent in Yair Rodriquez. With these guys 24/7, basically all week, it's a rigid and hectic schedule all week on my end to keep up with these guys and be able to hang out with the guys, be able to get there and get all the content. Doing photo, doing video, and then also editing and uploading, following these guys around all week, trying to keep up with their schedule, and also being nimble in that sometimes the schedule changes, whether we're doing something spur of the moment for UFC Embedded or training, is a little bit earlier than it was the day before. So always got to be nimble on my end. But I'm grateful. I'm very grateful for the opportunity. I love being around those guys and the shit talking. And the hard work that they put in is also inspiring, just to be around that energy and be around that team. So on fight night, we roll into the T-Mobile Arena, and Dan Hooker is fighting, which is Volk's teammate. So we get there early to catch Dan's fight from the locker room and warm up with him. I full access, obviously, in the locker room to shoot Volk, shoot my fighters, shoot Dan Hooker, shoot the team. When they go out, I do not have floor access, so I am stuck in the back hallway. There's a certain point in the hallway where I cannot enter the stadium. I cannot even see the audience. I get to peek out and I could kind of see the lights and some of the people, but that's as far as I get to go. According to UFC has their own strict things, which I get it. So I'm in the back with some of the other teammates that are not in Volk's corner, but are also not in the audience. So we're in the back and watching the fight on the TV, which is kind of funny. You're in the arena, but you're still watching it on TV. But it's all good. So obviously Volk gets the finish, gets the win, and yeah, it's time to celebrate. It's been a really, really busy week for everyone involved. Volk has his after party at Encore Beach Club. With Shaq, DJ Diesel. So that was cool to kind of see the glamour side of things, right? The whole nightclub treatment. So that was cool. Get some drinks, relax, finally let our hair down. Not a bad way to celebrate with Shaq DJing. So yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next project. Peace.